Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I am going to be talking about two new. One of them is not really new. I think I've spoken about this before, but one product is new, and both of these products are actually ones that I'm excited about because both of them contain like new ingredients, and the ingredients have like really cool science behind them. So I'll get into them in a bit. But today it's Mahashivratri when I'm filming this. I got up early, took a shower, went to the mandir, so which is why I have the tika here. So I got ready, and I have like some sunscreen on my face, some like a little bit of like concealer, and I also did my eyebrows and like a little bit of lipstick, which has worn off now basically. So for the skincare that I'm using today, you obviously need clean skin before you put anything on. So I'm just using some micellar water that I've put into like a spray bottle, and I'm gonna wipe everything off. Okay, so everything's off. I'm just gonna get into the skincare. So the first product that I am gonna be talking about today is the pore minimizing face serum from the Dermaco. This is what it looks like. So this is a serum that works on open pores. By open pores, we mean pores that are a little bit enlarged in size, and you can kind of see them even when you're standing a little far from someone's face. So I, for instance, have enlarged pores, but they're not crazy. They're not what they used to be because I have kind of used like oral isotretinoin, I have used retinols, I have used lots and lots of AHAs and BHAs at this point. So the look and kind of like that texture of open pores and like big pores have definitely kind of gone down over the years, but I still have them. Like my skin still isn't really like smooth compared to someone who might have dry skin. Like those people, their skin on the surface might be dehydrated and it might even flake, but you can't really see like a lot of texture and pores in the inner cheek area of their skin. Their skin kind of, if it's hydrated enough, it tends to look quite smooth. My skin is definitely not like that. It's better than what it used to be, but it definitely can be better, which is why I like products like this. The ingredients are 4% niacinamide. Niacinamide, again, I feel like a broken record at this point. I keep talking about niacinamide in almost every single skincare video that I put out because it's such a brilliant ingredient to have. It's actually called like a gold standard ingredient in most skincare formulations because it does everything. It tackles pigmentation, dark spots, that kind of stuff. It kind of regulates the sebaceous glands of your skin, the glands that produce the oil, which is called sebum. Then it also kind of helps like some sort of communication between cells in your skin. Like it does a lot. So there is actually no concern that you can have for your skin that niacinamide doesn't address in some way. Then it's got 5% PHA. PHA, if you guys know or don't know, PHA basically, so it's literally 2 days later. That day, like you heard, somebody came home and I could not return to filming. So I was talking about PHAs. PHAs are polyhydroxy acids. So like AHAs and BHAs, PHAs are also a class of chemical exfoliants. But the main difference between these three categories, or rather PHA compared to the rest two of them, is the size of the molecule of the substance or the acid that we're talking about here. So when I say molecular size, I mean that PHAs tend to have very big sized molecules. So what that does is, or what that translates to in terms of what it does on your skin is, AHAs and BHAs in comparison tend to be a lot smaller in terms of molecular size. So they are able to kind of penetrate deeper into your skin and work at like a deeper level. Therefore, PHAs, since the molecule size is quite big, they don't really sink into the skin as much and more or less stay on the surface. So they work very, very well for people who have sensitive skins, because the idea is that the deeper an ingredient can kind of penetrate into your skin, the higher ability it has, or the higher potential it has to kind of cause some irritation or sensitivity in your skin. But since PHAs kind of stay on the surface more or less, they work really well to kind of slough off all the dead skin at the surface and not really sink into your skin. In the Dermaco products, usually what I find as a PHA is something called gluconolactone. And apart from the niacinamide and PHA, here we have P-refinol. P-refinol is almost kind of like a new technology of sorts. It is a fraction of an oligosaccharide that has been derived from green lentils. So let's first kind of go over what an oligosaccharide is. It's basically a carbohydrate that has the ability to kind of restore your skin's hydration levels and hydration holding sort of capabilities, and also kind of replenish your barrier function really well. Since I've mentioned a carb, it usually tends to be from like vegan/vegetarian sources. So it could be sugars. In this case, it's green lentils. Ingredient has basically been derived from a pulse, which is insane and one of the biggest kind of examples of why science is so cool. So this is a nice nifty little science experiment that these guys have done, and I am very happy to report that I actually have used this serum now, like about 2 times, because I've only used it once a week because I have been having on and off dermatitis flare-ups now for over a year. So I've been very cautious with using actives on my skin. So I've not been actually using any kind of chemical exfoliation more than once a week. So if I'm using a BHA, I will only use one single BHA product for the entire week, and for the rest of the week I just use like a hydrating essence and a moisturizer. So I've had it for 2-3 weeks now, and I've used it twice already, which means that I've only used this, and I love what it's done to my skin. It's made it feel smoother, which is amazing, and I like it. I think it's because of the gluconolactone here. And what I've started noticing is that it kind of also helps to make sure that my sebum is kind of controlled. Like for instance, if I go out and I'm wearing makeup, my skin will look greasy within like the next 3 hours, let's say. But since I've started using this, it takes a long while for my skin to get to that stage. So that kind of tells me that my skin is taking so much longer now to produce the same amount of oil. Now the next exciting product is the pore minimizing priming sunscreen from the Dermaco. This is what it looks like. Now this, when I read the name, I was very intrigued because you'd never hear a pore minimizing sunscreen, let alone a priming sunscreen with pore minimizing kind of effects. So this is an SPF 50 PA++ sunscreen. I was very interested to kind of go through the ingredients on this one, and it's got 4% niacinamide again, which I've already gone over and you guys already know how much I love it. Then it's got P-refinol, which is the same ingredient that we just spoke about in the serum. And then it also has something called SeboClear MP. So SeboClear MP is basically a bioflavonoid. A bioflavonoid is basically an enzyme or a substance or anything that falls into like a similar category that has been derived from a plant source. Now this specific one has the ability to reduce the activity of sebum producing glands, which I've already gone over. And it also kind of refines your skin texture. And then the third one, which is very interesting and I think makes this ingredient stand out for me, is the improvement in the microbiota of your skin. So you want to keep away the dirt, the excess oil, the pollution, makeup sitting in your pores, the sunscreen that you didn't wash out the night before, and also the bad bacteria. So the fact that this has an ingredient that actually kind of supports the health of the bacteria that lives on your skin, that is actually good for you, is insane to me. Apart from all the cool science, the formula of the sunscreen is so good. It is like a lotiony type product and it goes on very smoothly, very nicely. Feels extremely hydrating on the skin, feels like you're applying a lotion. And even though it is a nice hydrating lotion type formula, it actually does not feel greasy. It goes on very smoothly and kind of melts into the skin like a moisturizer would or like a lotion would, but it does not feel like this film of oiliness on your skin, which then tells me that this is gonna work amazingly under makeup because it does have that slightly sticky finish where it doesn't look overtly greasy. It has a nice dewy finish, like I'm not gonna lie, and I love it. It's not to the point where it's making me like uncomfortable with the amount of shine I have on my face. Like this kind of dewiness I really enjoy, and I know for a fact that when I put on makeup, just a little bit of powder in the right places is enough to make it look intentional and not that it's just like a greasy look. So it's not just the science and the ingredients that is amazing, the formula is also extremely nice. So if you're interested in these products, you can go to their website, which is thedermaco.com, and you can use my code for this year, which is Sharma2023, which will get you a 20% discount on your order. The code will not apply on combos and bundles, however, because they're usually already at discounted prices, so you won't need it. And if not on the website, you can also check out their products on Nykaa, Amazon and Flipkart. Their products are available across all of those platforms as well. And yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.